Okay, so we're back, top of the fourth inning here. Bill Madlock to lead it off with the Pirates leading 1-0. Excuse me. He rolls a 61-24. There's a ground out to Concepcion. There's one out for the Pirates in the top of the fourth. Bill Robinson steps up. He rolls a 13-40. And refer to the unusual card. The secondary roll is a 56-40. It is a strike. Strike one on Bill Robinson. 46-13 is a strikeout. There's two away for the Bucs here in the fourth. And here's Ed Ott. Ed Ott rolls a 25-8. Grade 12 and a -2 for Ott against right-handers makes a 14. 32 Cox roll. 14 grade is a B. 8 against the B. Fly to center. The Pirates go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Here's George Foster, 25-8. Grade 10 with no penalty against right-handers. He's a 0. 34 Cox roll is a C. Foster singles to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Here is Tony Perez. Perez rolls a 24-13. He whiffs. One down for Geronimo. 21-30 rolls a fly to left. So Bibby's settling down a bit. There's two outs with Foster at first. And Concepcion up. And I considered the hit and run there, but we will not do it. Concepcion rolls a 36-33. Secondary K rating for Bibby dictates that that is a strikeout. At the end of 4, the Pirates still lead it 1-0. Top of the fifth now, Tim Foley to lead things off. Rolls a 53-19. Unusual card is a 41-36. That's a ball. Ball one to Tim Foley. And he rolls again a 24-30 as a fly to left. One down for the Pirates. Bibby up. Bibby rolls a 61-13. This time the secondary roll falls outside of Nolan's K range. So it just means a fly out to left field for Bibby instead of a strikeout. Two down for Marino. Marino rolls a 36-14, but Nolan's great control stops it on the secondary roll. 2-0 count. Roll again, it's a 43-29. That is a comebacker. So the Pirates go down once again. They still lead 1-0 though. Bottom of the fifth, Gary Nolan. 31-14. He walks. Jim Bibby walks the pitcher to lead off the fifth. That's a bad omen for Pittsburgh. Here's Rose. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And Nolan stands at first. Let's see what Charlie Hustle does. Rolls a 63-31. He flies out to center. One down for Ken Griffey. Griffey rolls an 11-0 and a 64-2. That is a triple. And that ties the game for the Reds. He stands at third with one out. And we're in the fifth inning. We're going to pull that infield in as Pittsburgh tries to cut off the go-ahead run with Joe Morgan at the plate. 33-0 and a 55-1. That is a potential homer, but there needs to be a roll for Bibby to see if he knocks the homer down. He does. He changes the homer to a double, but that double gives the Reds the lead. And it also means that Bibby's fatigue rating has been reached. So I need to roll and see how that affects him. The roll is a -3. He loses 3 on his grade. He's gone from a grade 10 to a grade 7. He's also trailing 2-1 with one out and Morgan at second. We're going to leave him in and see what he can do against Johnny Bench, but he's on the ropes here. And a 36-14 doesn't help his cause any. He walks Johnny Bench. So now the Reds have first and second, one out. And Foster is up. Bibby is definitely on the ropes. A 13-22. I refer to the chart. It says that there is a chance for a K which Bibby does get on the subsequent roll. So he strikes out George Foster, and he's trying to wiggle his way out of this jam, but Tony Perez is there to try to make a different outcome. 32-26 is a pop-up to second, so Bibby does get out of it, but the Reds now lead at 2-1 after 5 frames. So here's Nolan in the top of the 6th, and he'll face Phil Garner. Let's see what he does. The roll is a 46-13, falls just outside of Nolan's K rating, but it is a fly out instead. He flies to left. 1 down for Parker. 64-40, secondary roll is a 23-20. This is a grounder to Morgan and a fielding roll for Joe Morgan, who rolls an 11, which is an outstanding play. They retire Dave Parker. And here's Stargell. 45-14, but again Nolan's control rating stops the walk. It's a 2-0 count to Willie Stargell. 51-9 this time, and a grade of 12, but Stargell takes 3 away, makes it a 9. His grade is 9. It's a poor Cox roll. It's a D, 41D. It is a base hit for Pops. So he stands at first with 2 gone, and Madlock trying to bring him in to tie this game. Instead, he rolls a 63-31 fly out, and Pittsburgh is done in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, here's Geronimo. Cesar Geronimo rolls a 25-8. Bibby's grade is down to 7, and Geronimo takes 2 more, makes him a 5. Cox roll is 35. That's a C. That's a base hit for Cesar Geronimo. Bibby is again on the ropes here. I think I'm going to have to take a look at the bullpen. There are choices. Excuse me. Grant Jackson, Enrique Romo. Tovey is the closer. Of course, Bibby is a bullpen guy himself at times, but started this game. We're going to stick with him with the bottom of the order. Concepcion will call the hit and run. And he rolls at 11-0, 46-6 on the hit and run. That is a double RBI. And the Reds now lead at 3-1. I believe that is all for Mr. Bibby. Let's take a look at the bullpen and see what we can find here. Dave Roberts is an option. Grant Jackson is an option. The pitcher is due up 4th in the inning, so it makes it a bit tricky. I'm going to go with Grant Jackson here. So let's move him in to the game. Grant Jackson comes in to face Gary Nolan, who will square to try to get that runner over. 64-13 is a foul on the bunt attempt, so he'll square again with an 0-1 count. This time it's a 65-35, and that is a strikeout. So Grant Jackson strikes out the pitcher. There's 1 out, Concepcion at second. And Pete Rose looking to extend the Reds' lead. But he rolls a 24-13 strikeout. And there is 2 down. Let's see if Griffey can get the big 2-out hit. Nope, 56-34 is a pop-out. 3 down for the Reds, but they do lead it after 6, 3-1.